onto your seats because today's Gossip Roundup is nothing short of scandalous. First up, we've got NFL superstar Travis Kelce making some serious money moves off the field, but his sudden no-show at the Democratic National Convention has everyone talking. Did his budding relationship with a certain pop superstar keep him away, or is there something bigger at play? Speaking of Kelce, his brother Jason just roasted him in the most hilarious beer ad you've ever seen. Trust me, this sibling rivalry is pure gold. But wait, there's more. Zoe Kravitz just dished on how Taylor Swift is shockingly down to earth after her shows. Burgers, wine, and Taylor just chilling like one of us. And finally, we've got some dark, juicy details on Matthew Perry's alleged drug dealings that are bound to leave you stunned. It turns out, the man who made us laugh as Chandler Bing had a secret life we never saw coming. So what really happened behind closed doors? Stick around because you won't want to miss a single detail. $1 Million Hustle. Okay, let's spill the tea on Travis Kelce because this NFL superstar is making serious moves off the field. And we're not just talking about his dating life with that pop sensation we all know and love. With the clock ticking on his NFL career, Kelce's setting himself up for a post-football empire that's got everyone buzzing. First off, that $100 million podcast deal. Yep, you heard that right. Travis and his brother Jason are in talks to secure a massive bag for their New Heights podcast. The podcast has exploded in popularity, especially since Travis dropped that juicy tidbit about trying to shoot his shot with his now girlfriend at her Kansas City concert. Fans, both football lovers and Swifties, are all over it, and now there's chatter about taking the show on the road. Imagine! But wait, there's more. Travis isn't stopping at just talking into a mic. He's diving into the music scene too. His Kelce Jam Music Festival was a hit this year, with Lil Wayne and Diplo headlining. Insiders are hinting that the festival might go national next year, and guess what? There's a whisper that a certain blonde superstar might even make an appearance. Can you even imagine the chaos?
Travis he mentioned it, and so we have a nice something for Travis. He's going to come by, and we start in a couple weeks.
Are you excited? What can you tell us about a Happy Gilmore sequel?
It's good.
Wait, so is this?
This is happening. We're getting ready to shoot it in New Jersey, and we're starting. Yeah.
There's gonna be some cameos in there.
There'll be a lot of that. Yeah.
I heard. Do you know Travis Kelce wants to be part of this?
Yes.
He's talked about it on the podcast.
Yes. He's a stud, and he's so funny. And
have you done the Happy Gilmore swing in a while?
And he's cool, very nice guy. You guys would love him in real life. What a big, handsome guy.
And because he's not busy enough, Travis is also gearing up to host an Amazon Prime game show, Are You Smarter Than a Celebrity? It's set to hit screen soon, and with his natural charisma, it's bound to be a hit. Add in a budding acting career, a golf course investment, and a new steakhouse venture with Patrick Mahomes, and you've got a recipe for some serious bank. Bottom line, Travis Kelce is making sure his post-football life is as star-studded and lucrative as it gets. And honestly, we're just here for the ride.
Straight male friend.
What's up? Yo, watch me headshot this.
No financial investment, and other than the occasional video game-related outburst...
Man, this game's stupid.
I'm Kurt Lightning, and I know why you all signed up for my class. You're searching for confidence.
Too slow, fatso.
Who's next?
Sean, you okay? Why'd you do that to him?
You're next.
Hilarious beer ad. Oh, the sibling rivalry is real and hilarious between Jason and Travis Kelce. Jason, the retired Philadelphia Eagles legend, just couldn't resist taking a playful jab at his little brother Travis in a new garage beer commercial. And honestly, it's everything you'd expect from these two. In the ad, Jason shows up rocking a laid-back look. Khaki shorts, white t-shirt, the whole just hanging out vibe. But here's the kicker. Instead of his real-life NFL superstar brother by his side, there's a cardboard cutout of Travis, all dolled up in a blue suit and tie. Talk about shade, right? Jason doesn't hold back either. He starts off by sarcastically addressing the elephant in the room, or rather the cardboard cutout. He asked the million-dollar question, has Travis gone all Hollywood on us because of the fame garage beer brought him? And then in classic Jason style, he turns to the cutout for a response, only to be met with crickets. You can practically hear the eye roll. The ad just keeps getting better as Jason jokes about how Travis would never abandon him. But as soon as he toasts the cutout with his beer can, it hilariously falls over. Jason's reaction? A perfectly timed shit that had fans in stitches. To top it off, Jason couldn't help but throw in a cheeky comment on social media, claiming, Trav usually has more personality than this, training camp sure is wearing him thin. And fans? They're eating it up. calling it their new favorite video and telling Travis to loosen up in front of the camera. Honestly, these two are comedy gold, and we're just here for the laughs. Post-show vibes. We all know Taylor is a total powerhouse on stage, but according to her pal Zoe Kravitz, she's just as chill as the rest of us once the lights go down. Zoe recently dished about what it's like hanging out with Taylor after one of her Eras Tour shows, and honestly, it's surprisingly relatable. During an interview on The Tonight Show with Jimmy Fallon, Zoe couldn't stop raving about Taylor's talent, calling her scary talented. But it's what happens after the show that really caught her attention. Taylor's just finishing performing for tens of thousands at Wembley, and instead of continuing the rock star act, she's kicking back with Zoe, sipping on some wine, munching on burgers, and just chilling. Zoe was like, you would never know she just performed at Wembley. Talk about down to earth. Zoe went on to spill that Taylor doesn't bring the whole celebrity thing home with her, which is apparently super rare in the A-list world. She turns into a normal person as soon as she's off stage. How refreshing is that?
Got to see your buddy Taylor Swift.
Yeah. I know.
In Wembley.
It's crazy. I mean, I'm not surprised because Taylor is scary talented at everything she does. So
yeah.
I
know you know her and you're friends with her, but is it so cool to watch her perform, like to see your friends do their job?
It's not surprising that she's so good, but what is weirder actually to me is that, she just comes, comes over after and we drink some wine and eat a burger and hang out, and they bring Wembley home with them, if that makes sense.
Yeah.
She really just turns into a normal person. It's pretty crazy.
These two have been tight for a while now, with their friendship really blossoming during the COVID lockdown in London. Zoe even referred to Taylor as her pod back then, basically her lockdown buddy. And if you didn't already know, Zoe's got some serious musical chops too. She's credited on 2 tracks from Taylor's Midnight's album Lavender Haze and Karma. Taylor, ever the supportive friend, returned the love on Instagram, giving Zoe's directorial debut Blink Twice a glowing shout-out. With Taylor's tour heading to the US soon, she's got a bit of downtime, but don't worry, she'll be back to slay in Miami this October.
But what's beautiful that I really think you should know is that what's beautiful and also frustrating.
Swiftie to Swiftie, what is your favorite era?
She can also just cook a random 3-star Michelin Italian meal. Beautiful that I really think you should know is that, look, it's really tough. I can't even pick. The girl just can turn around and just give you an anthem.
Yeah, what are the songs that you come back to in her catalog? It doesn't even have to be a favorite because I feel like my favorite changes every day.
Maybe I could build a castle.
Okay. Travis Kelce's no-show. The final night of the DNC had some attendees buzzing with anticipation, especially after rumors circulated that Travis Kelce would be making an appearance. However, those expecting to see Kelce at the event were left disappointed when he didn't show up, leaving even Kamala Harris waiting. Reports had hinted at Kelce's potential involvement, with CBS anchor Gayle King teasing that the NFL star had expressed interest in attending the event to support Kamala Harris. On CBS Mornings, King even mentioned that Kelce had allegedly reached out to the Harris campaign, expressing his desire to be present on the night Harris was speaking, but despite the hype, Kelce was nowhere to be found. Kelce's absence might not be too surprising for those familiar with his public persona. The Chief star has always been discreet about his political affiliations. While his relationship with Taylor, a known supporter of the Democratic Party, might suggest some alignment with her views, Kelce has never publicly declared his political stance. Adding to the confusion, Kelce was at Arrowhead Stadium that same day for the Chiefs' preseason game against the Bears. Although he didn't play, as head coach Andy Reid rested his starters to avoid injuries before the regular season, Kelce was still present at the stadium. In the end, the DNC wrapped up without the much-anticipated appearance of Kelce, leaving fans and political pundits to wonder what might have been if the Chiefs star had shown up.
They are rampant down there, let me tell you.
Well, the Taylor Swift rumor is interesting to me because I was told a couple of days ago.
We have not been able to confirm the Beyonce Taylor Swift rumors.
That Travis Kelce also had reached out to the Harris campaign We'll see if that is true.
He's got a game.
They have a game.
They have a game
He's in a
tonight.
game.
Yeah, I know he has a
In
game, but
Kansas
that doesn't mean that he's playing. When it was first announced and said that he wanted to be here on the night that she was speaking. Well,
That's true, but I don't think he can. Oh, you look like you know something, Gail.
I'm just saying. I'm just saying.
Well,
we shall see.
That would be very exciting.
You don't need to serve up politics for that. It's divided us as such a nation. Why can't you go to a concert without that? She can vote any kind of way she wants. She can talk about it off stage. But when people pay to see you, just perform. And if we're going to pay that much money as consumers, just perform.
And if she wants to put politics in her music or her performances, she gets to do that too. She gets to do that because she's the wildly popular superstar Harris Faulkner, not you. They just don't want Taylor Swift to get involved in the election because they know that she's amongst the most popular people literally on the planet.
Chandler's dark twist. All right, brace yourselves because this is a wild ride. Apparently, Matthew Perry, the guy who made us all laugh as Chandler Bing on Friends, had a secret side we never knew about. Well, until now. Sources are spilling that Perry's alleged drug dealer, nicknamed the Ketamine Queen, might have been calling him by his iconic TV name during their shady dealings. Yep, you heard that right. Chandler Bing, the sarcastic jokester we all loved, was supposedly the code name used when buying ketamine. So here's the lowdown. This so-called ketamine queen and a bunch of others got busted after Perry's tragic demise in October 2023. The cause? Acute effects of ketamine, mixed with a few other health issues. But the juicy part? Court documents suggest that during the days leading up to his demise, Perry's inner circle, including his assistant, was busy buying and injecting crazy amounts of ketamine into the late star. It's like something straight out of a Hollywood thriller.
When you're in trouble. And you're not okay.
If I say, I'm just going to chill alone at home tonight. And part two, the other thing, is if I ever say I'm cured.
Now to the arrest and the death of Matthew Perry. 5 people, including 2 doctors, have been charged in a ketamine overdose.
Doctors, a drug trafficker known as the Ketamine Queen and Matthew Perry's longtime personal assistant. Prosecutors say at one point the doctor sold him $12 of ketamine for $2,000, recklessly enabled his addiction and exploited him for money.
Requesting 2 additional units and a supervisor respond to Lucille Drive.
Insiders are saying that on the morning of his demise, Perry's assistant gave him multiple ketamine injections, all while Perry was chilling watching a movie. By the time the assistant got back from running errands, it was too late. Perry was found face down in his jacuzzi, a chilling end for someone who brought so much joy to the world. But here's the kicker. After Perry's demise, this so-called queen allegedly tried to cover her tracks, ordering people to delete messages and clear out any evidence. It's all so shady and heartbreaking. Who knew the guy who made us laugh every Thursday night had such a dark underbelly? The more we hear, the more it feels like we never really knew the real Matthew Perry.
He wrote in a text message in September 2023, quote, saw Mr. Perry freeze up and his blood pressure spike. I wonder how much this moron will pay. He knew this was wrong, and he knew he was risking Mr. Perry's life.
And yet they continue to sell the narcotics.
And yet they continue to sell. At another point, Placentia admitted to another patient that Mr. Perry was spiraling out of control with his addiction.
Really a charlatan administering ketamine. Matthew Perry, who was a known addict and was clearly in the throes of addiction. Say that your client exhibited perhaps a lack of judgment, but what the indictment seems to show is that he was...
That's all for this video, folks. See you next time.